Hi people, so 2 weeks ago, Gemini posted this new semester. My friends from the faculty will start going on exchange programs, changing countries who want to work abroad. If not, then I have to do an internship instead. Talking to my friends, I feel and I want to say that we lost our friendship and our university life. There are a lot of times when we are having fun, we can do anything full on without having to worrying about anything, which is also I forgot myself in the corner for a long time, but I feel that now we are working, we are given many opportunities that many people don't get either to do what we can. Like we can work and earn money like this, we can support ourselves and the family quickly. I can't help but think that if we go back, when if I go back in time, I have the same experience, what would we choose? And if this isn't the experience of every other college student, please let me know because I was working during college and I went through it very hard. But if you don't know what Gemini was going through, this is a clip where he talks about his career.
ถ้าไม่อยู่การบันเทิงจะน่าจะเรียนหมออยู่ครับตอนนี้ใช่เป็นอะไรยังแป๊บนึงน่าจะเป็นหมออยู่ครับแล้วก็น่าจะเรียนค่อนข้างหนักอยู่กับเพื่อนๆน่าจะอยู่ต่างประเทศแหละใช่เพราะผมอยู่ไทยก็นี่ทุกคนเลยนะครับเนี่ยเรียนนิติค่ะ
Now, obviously, I have not been in the Thai industry and I don't know what to tell him, even though I have gone through the same experience from my college. But also, I don't know how to strategize it and what would he be thinking. So, here is some advice from his peers of going through life, adulting, growing up. So, let's start with Gemini's father, Tetwan. I used to think that sometimes being ourselves makes us stressed and tired of many things that we shouldn't be. But in the end, when I think about it, don't get tired for nothing. Our determination and seriousness pays us back in many ways. Maybe directly, maybe indirectly, but at this time, I think I have to reduce it a bit and take it easy sometimes. And it's so true. So let's go ahead. The speaker has a self-reflection tone, crystallizing something and finding solutions for overall life, appreciating the results of all efforts, all of which are positive energy. No need to console everyone, they are doing great. And we may not think we are doing great, but if other people see us, they will realize. Many people say comparison is wrong because we always compare from the upper person, not from someone who is just starting out. And if we look down, look back our journey, or look at the people who are just starting out, or look at the people who were once us, we will see how much we have grown. And we always see ki, okay, they are there, but I am not. But look behind and see how far you have come actually. Since childhood, it has been ingrained that there is no such thing as equality or justice. Don't demand love from anyone, love yourself. Be able to live by yourself, even though I think that way. When I encounter something that seems unfair, we get angry very easily and will fight aggressively without realizing it. Except when it comes to something that is unfair about yourself. And then you let it go because you don't have any problem because you are at an advantage. And this is something I'm confused about myself too. Okay, so this is them just sharing an experience. So yeah, let's go through that. In the story of #grandchildren, another thing that really touched me is the equality in love among family members. Each adult shows their love and concern for their children and grandchildren differently. They have different bonds at different times, and it is very normal for people to have different intimacy and expressions toward each other. So it is a problem that exists in every family. Disagreements. It is relatable because I'm Wednesday's child who grew up not being treated as a favorite. Even though I tried to be a good kid within the frame or tried my best, no matter how much I did, both in terms of my studies and behavior, I still felt that I never got anything I liked or I was equal to others. And it was a main problem that has always been there deep down in my heart. When I grew up, I tried to look at it from the perspective of an adult who might be used to being good with kids and used to being with kids who don't have any problem and didn't have anything to worry about. But in reality, they loved and were very proud of me. They just didn't show it as much as I wanted to see. Until one day I realized that my good intentions or the goodness that I have in my heart doesn't disappear. It's mine and it will stay with me. It will be my reward one way or the other. And in this movie, we understand the difficulties that grandma has to deal with, disappointment of each of her children. And in real life, we deeply understand that people who do good but feel like they don't get anything in return. I think that watching the movie will make family members understand each other's feeling more. It may be a slow for some it may be a slow relationship, but it is a relationship. It also helps us to unite many of the knots in our heart. And even I have disagreements within my family. Almost everyone has disagreements, but still, if you think about it really deeply, it's a requirement. It helps you understand people. Okay, next one. When I was a kid, a smart person for me was someone who was good at studying and playing, who is good at sports. When you grew up a bit, a smart person was someone who was good at their job, good at making money for some reason. But now, for me, a smart person is someone who understands the world and live happily for themselves on earth. That's it. You are great already. And even I am struggling with this because I'm like, I need to do this, I need to do that. My birthday is coming up, which always brings anxiety because I set my goals birthday wise. And this is so important. Okay, the next one. Our lives have ups and downs. Every career has its own time and place, and it's very basic truth. So don't talk about anyone being down or out or anything like that. It's not nice and it never makes anyone feel good. Whether it's true or not, it is disrespectful to others. Ask yourself how you can improve your life and don't. Okay. Sometimes it's okay to compare when everything is very similar. But it's not okay to compare when it's not similar. Don't think that because it's not happening with you, it's wrong. Don't think that okay, my life is shit, their life is not shit, I want that life. No, you don't know. You don't know the struggles of their life. Even when I started watching BL, I started noticing Gemini and Fourth and started loving them. I was like, wow, it's so easy for them. But what you don't see is that they're working 18 to 19 hours a day. They are one of the top people in the industry, so they are always running here and there. They don't have time to take care of their health. They don't have the right time to sleep. And they did work hard. Like, since they were 5 or 6, they have been in many different activities. They were not resting then also, although they liked it, but they were still kind of working for their dream. Fourth, okay, Gemini didn't want to do it initially, but Fourth always wanted to be in the entertainment industry. He would go to tens and thousands of auditions and he got one through GMMTV. I think he got a few before that also, but his main break happened after Thailand School Star, which is through GMMTV. And people don't realize it. Being open to inevitable is essential for the peace of mind. And inevitable can be as extreme as death. Okay, death will happen. But it can be as simple as you have to wake up every day. Inevitable is inevitable. Okay, morning is there, so the night will also be there. It's inevitable. You will grow old. It's inevitable. Okay, this is a very busy time, but it's like we are managing it. Energy is better than before. If it was like this, and there is no time for yourself to get irritated very easily. I have to please everyone until I have no time for myself. And there is more, but hearing this, it seems very like fourth, because he does not have, he always puts other people before him. He will work tirelessly even if he doesn't have time for himself. Time doesn't work as desired and everything. It would be like I was forcing myself to do it all, but now I somehow feel comfortable. The increase in the work may be due to the concept of having more, being more happy in the present, and sometimes taking things easy and letting some things go. It's a good thing that people like us have learned from this profession. It was just another busy day where I felt worthwhile and I was happy to be there. I do all my duties with satisfaction, but I only meet with good energy. So let's fight tomorrow. Whoever works, keep fighting. And if you are resting, recharge your battery to the fullest. Most of his messages, and he's very intellectual, it is about being happy, being enough. Do what you can, relax and enjoy it. This is one of the new things that I've programmed in myself, because I'm not very kind to myself. In the past, I put a lot of pressure on myself. I felt that I needed to do everything according to what others wanted me to do, and I'm not even good at socializing, but I had to do it. Of course, as an actor, as a presenter, you have to be there, you have to show up. I felt guilty in uncomfortable situations, feeling that I had to do something even though I did not want to do it, and honestly, I was not very good at it either. But when I passed to the point where I was like that for a long time, I gained some skills from my job and always tried to force myself. Today, I use those skills as much as I want them to use, and I'm more interested in my feelings and how I am dealing with it. I feel that it is not that difficult, but I made it difficult. I think he's talking about he made it difficult for himself by thinking, I have to do this, otherwise what will happen? When it's not really like that. What will happen? What will happen? Think about it. Okay, there are many. I've compiled all of these. So last year I lost one passion, which was taking photos. I don't know why, but I feel less joy in taking photos than before. I'm lazy to carry a camera, lazy to take photos, and when I take it, I'm too lazy to post them. Not counting being lazy to send them because they are past, present, and future. Even though I bought myself many good cameras at the beginning of the year, I could only count the number of times where I took photos with them. Even I temporarily suspended the film industry because film is too expensive. But when I don't take photos, it's like my life lacks some color. Especially when I see Nong, who I've been taking photos with for 10 years. Being very happy following his passion, going into the forest to take photos of birds. And this year I intend to get back to taking photos. From now on, we'll meet again. I won't post for the society. I won't post for you or anyone else. Sometimes you can just post for fun and for happiness. And honestly, this is very interesting because my hobby is my work. So I think I needed to hear that, and if you are here, you needed to hear it as well. Okay, so now let's hear what Pond has to say. If you don't know, here is a clip of Pond telling that what he is going to do.
สปอย GMM 25ครับก็ไม่มีอะไรนะเพราะว่าต้องเรียนหนังสือ
So he is not actually going to focus a lot on his work. He will still work. I think he has a series as well. I'm getting the hints. But yeah, here is what he has to say. When I was a student, I used to think that I didn't like to do anything and money should come from working. And now I just want to lie around and get rich. Who doesn't? And Force actually replied to him saying, it's my dream too. I can sleep with my feet up and have 50 million baht in my account. Somebody please tell how you can sleep and earn, because I love sleeping. In the past, I was always working and didn't have time to play or do social media. And when I got back to playing, I really missed the moments when I got to talk to everyone. And it's so true. Like, I think this is something everyone in their 20s will go through. I'm choosing this, but what if I did that? Okay, I'm doing this, but what if in this time I was doing that? And I think for actors it's somewhat okay, somewhat to the point managed by someone else, because they have events, they have shows, they have many different things going on. But for someone like me, okay, someone like me is basically someone who is at home in their very early 20s. Sleep schedule is messed up. They're kind of living wrong. But okay, this video is not about me. I remember that at that time I had a dream and a life goal that I set my heart on. Even though I didn't turn out as good as I hoped, I was very happy I did my best. And he's actually talking about practicing for 15 hours a day every day because he wanted to show up on the stage very well. Okay, this is something that is very interesting. I've always thought that I wanted to pass on educational opportunities to others because all along I've known how bad it is to not have any. Now that I'm more prepared, I'm sharing some of the scholarships with my juniors. I'm very happy that I've been able to help others. The juniors who received the scholarship, don't forget to study hard. I'm rooting for you. And there is a screenshot. He has basically sent the money to charity who will help them. Basically, he has given scholarship to people. And I had full education. My parents were able to support me. In college, yes, I was still working to help pay my bills that I had. But yeah, like, I don't know how to balance out my thoughts here. Because education is, yes, very important, but I've also seen people succeed without education. And the way the education system is, it's very hard for me to say anything for that. I've been working out on a lot of things lately. When I got home, I almost passed out. But I'm glad that I have many projects that I've been working on and you will be able to see as well. I've been absent for a while now, but don't forget me. Soon, I'll have a lot of projects to release so that you don't miss me. I believe that everyone will definitely see how hard I've worked. And this is in April of 2024, he told this. And of course, after that, during that time, we got that, right? We got those MV music video that is there. We also got that. How can I forget that? That's one of my favorite series, VR series we got. And he's also getting other events, opportunities. So that's what he was talking about, I feel. When I'm on the plane to a fan meeting, I like to look at the photos we took to relieve my boredom. Right now, I have more than 20,000 photos that are filled with good memories. When I look at them, I just smile with tears. These are all expensive memories. And it's so true. So this was posted in 2023. And you can see now he is going on a world tour for VR FanCon, and it's so interesting. They are getting to fulfill their dream. Avum are getting to fulfill their dream. I am so happy. I wish I could be there. I'm already in marketing. I work behind the scenes, so I know a lot goes into it. It's never easy. And you probably won't know because everyone is having fun. But behind the scenes, it's only chaos. Only chaos, nothing else. I missed the exam period so much. It was the most tiring time. For arts and maths to study engineering, it wasn't easy. I didn't get to in the first round of applications. I want to tell all the juniors that if you're going through the same and you are disappointed, it's okay. At least we did our best. Let's move on. Let's do it. I think this was posted in 2022. So I think he is talking about what he wanted to pursue then. And as we know now, he's going to pursue his education this year. That's very interesting. Probably this year or next year, maybe applications have already started. I don't know how Thailand system works really. So I cannot comment on the year, but this or the next year he will start focusing on that. I feel upset when I can't do something, but I try to tell myself that no one is good at everything. And then Jung also replied to him saying that don't be stressed, my friend, come on, let's dance. That's very interesting. Life is hard, but doing what you love is enough. And Puvin replied to him saying, find something to do. And Porn is like, oh, I'm amazed. And again, Jung replies that I hope you can do what you love with the people you love. And although I didn't know how hard it would be, how relevant it would be, I still think that having a community, having the right people, very important. So the next set is from Puvin. And right now, the one I will be reading is for the last episode of VR series. And he is telling his experience with everything and his character. Goodbye, Pim. I must first say that when I read the script, the character was very stressful to me. The season is similar to the year, but it's a year that is more mature to me. So I had to design the character like that. To make it different, we tried to do what we did. I've never done anything like this by putting myself into it. Getting into character and doing something you've never done before because of the series. And we are the people who like to separate real life from fictional life. But once we did it, we learned a lot. It makes you have a character that is similar to yourself. We have seen the life of living with friends and living with fans from a new perspective that we've not seen before. Thank you so much for teaching me how to look at love life and friendship from a different perspective that I've never seen before. It's very fun. And yes, see, when you are an actor, you can learn about the characters. You get to experience their life a lot. Because just if you try to think about it, I am at point A, someone is at point B. Okay, let's keep it even easier. I don't know what it's like to have work with 15 brands. He doesn't know what it's like to sit idle and wonder how your future will be. Two very different scenarios. Nobody knows what will happen in the future. His popularity can go down. I can suddenly become popular because of a simple TikTok. You never know. But when he is doing different characters, he's getting to live different lives. And I think many people on YouTube are also doing it where they are like, I became barista for a day, I became a pilot for a day, I did this for a day or for a week, just to see how it would feel like, just to experience it. But yeah. Also, if you want to, you can actually do that. You can actually try to experience a lot of things. If you want to do something, try doing it part-time, try doing it when you are free on a weekend, or try talking to the people who have that life. Maybe you will know more about it. Because I personally thought that being an actor was very easy. It's not. It's really not. When will we stop living the life we need and start living the life that we want? And Jung replied to it saying, when our people are comfortable. And they are sending virtual hugs. And isn't this something that we all wonder? When will we stop living the life and start living the life we want? When? You can do it right now. But we all think where we have to wait for the right time. Does it make sense? I don't know. Okay. So this is by Au. Au is very intellectual and his tweets are some of the best ones I love to read. Hello September, may this September heal everything you've been through. May the bad things gradually get better from now on and the good things keep getting better. It's already been 8 months in this year and there are only a few months left till the year is complete. You've done very well and you've gone through everything. Be proud of yourself, love yourself a lot and smile at the person in the mirror often. The person in the mirror needs to smile. The person in the mirror needs your smile the most. After complimenting others, yes, compliment others, do it, but don't forget to compliment yourself. Don't forget yourself. Today I came to the place where I first studied acting and I miss it so much. Although the curriculum and the place have changed, the feelings that I got is still the same. The teacher who taught me still welcomed me like before. I came back to Konkan and recharged with energy from everywhere. Family, teachers and friends. And he is talking about one of the previous characters that he had. The last 4 of the characters that aired this year, thank you so much for helping me learn about each other's identity. Let us try to live the way they are, think the way they are, and learn from their feelings. Thank you for making me grow up. G, 2, Max, you all are awesome. Thank you. We will welcome you guys back very often. Okay, this is something that we all should think about. You guys have already lived 365 days. It's not easy to get through each day, right? But I want you to know that you've made it through difficult days. You've done so well. Whatever you missed this year, start over next year and live your life happily. Next year, you will grow up to be a better person than before. And this was posted in the end of 2023 on 31st December. And although I got to read it today, but maybe you don't have to wait for the next year. If you want, you can start living the life you want maybe in a year. Sorry about that background noise. I'm at home. I'm at home. Should I get an apartment? Come, let me know below. You did well this year. Let's get better together next year together. Okay, this is a funny experience. Today it was, just a second. Yeah, today it was raining. I rushed to get under the umbrella and I fell down and got abrasions. So I thought, I want to go back to being a child. The worst pain is falling down. I think it is true. Even though I fell really hard, I feel like there are more hurtful things that happen as an adult than falling down. Falling down is a piece of cake. And he actually got that patch over here as well, or somewhere near his body, because yeah, you need to get stitched up. Okay, so this is when he achieved his dream of VR FanCon, and yeah, let's see it. Just a second. I don't know what's happening. Sometimes my laptop just... Okay. This FanCon had millions of feelings. I'm sorry. It took a lot of time and I may not be able to put it into words and say thank you. It was so touching and there were so many feelings. This time was something new that I never had done. It was so much fun and we did our best to perform in the FanCon concert. It was a new opportunity that came and I knew that we would put our hearts into it. We put our hearts into every opportunity that we receive. Thank you so much to the fans who have always given us the encouragement, both Thailand fans and international fans. Thank you so much for seeing us. Some of us may have met, some of us may not met, but in the end, we met and got to know each other. Thank you to everyone. You are really important to us. We wouldn't have come this far without you. We will continue to develop ourselves, never stopping to make you proud and receive encouragement from you. You love yourself a lot. If one day you don't love yourself, I will love you like you are doing for us. We all feel tired from what we are doing. You come to see us, you travel from abroad or from far away with your hard-earned money to come see us. Many of them actually flied as well. As for us, we will practice until we are tired. We work until we are tired, but after 2 days of meeting each other, all that tiredness is disappeared. When we look at you from the stage, we don't feel tired at all. I'm happy to have met you guys. Thank you so much. You are very important and deserve the love you give me. We are means we love you guys. And I'm just thinking, how does it feel actually? How must it feel? See, we don't know. That's why I'm taking this from people who are in the industry. Because even though I don't know what Gemini is going through, I know only at a level that everyone knows. But they are in the industry, they are experiencing the same things. And if we talk about Ow and Boom, they were in the industry for many years till they got their break, as we say, from VR. And they never lost hope. What if after Hidden Agenda, or what if after one of their series, they were like, okay, we are not getting our own series, nothing is happening right for us, we have these goals but we are not able to achieve it, so let's just quit. We won't have Tan Fangs. Can you imagine life without them? I can't. If you have not watched it, please watch it. It's very good. Okay. Thank you for liking our show and our performance. We were able to do all this because of you guys only. Life before the concert has been really bad, but we chose to cut out, and in order to be able to show up for you guys in full potential. We want you guys to have fun and receive positive energy. We'll talk more later. We'll love you guys as much as you love us. And he is very in the game. If you see, right, he will always reply to people. He will always talk to us. I have also made a video where he is stalking fans. Not stalking, but yes, keeping an eye on fans on what they are doing. And it's very funny. Okay, this is from September only of 2024. Thinking back and August this year, when I look back, I have proven myself in many ways since the beginning of the month until the end. There was not a single day that I did not fight with my own heart. I fought with my own heart and fought with many things that came my way, both good and bad. But I made it through and did my duty as best as I could. I would like to compliment myself for being great at getting through all the events of August. It can be said that it was the hardest month of the year. I could say that there were both bad things and good things that came crashing down at the same time. I would like to thank myself for still being mindful and determined to do what I had to do and not be betrayed by my own words if given the chance. I would do my best. Even though I encountered bad things that made my heart fragile, I will still fight against them and keep my words very well. Things are hard, no matter who you are, things are hard. And they are still in their 20s, maybe late 20s, but still in the 20s. And I don't think people figure out their life until they are in their 30s, somewhere in their 30s. But what do you think? Okay, competing with your own heart is the hardest thing. I'm very proud of you. I am also becoming better version of myself, my friend. This is the reply that was given by Force. And Tetavan also replied to this saying, what we put our hearts into will reward us one day. I like to believe that even though I know it's not a fact yet, but I'm glad that Ao's word is true. I'm glad for your happiness and success. Thank you, Brother Te. If I had time to talk, I will ask you for some good advice. I'm glad to have met you lovely people. I genuinely want to sit and I want to talk to Te. I actually want to talk to Te. I want to talk to Gemini. I also want to talk to Fourth, but that would be more of a fun conversation, I believe. I want to talk to them about Puvin. I want to talk to them about their mindset, how they are feeling, how did they deal with everything. Because they are very mindful. I love their mindset. Even Pond as well. I don't know too much about Pond. It has not been even 6 months since I joined. But yeah, I want to know more about them. I want to have a podcast. Have you seen that podcast where 5-6 people are sitting within the same industry or we're having the same experience and they're talking and exchanging stuff? I want that. Oh wait, this is something that was posted on Povin's mom page when he graduated. So yeah, flying alone won't survive. You need to fly in a flock. This is a sentence that May heard from Povin when May told him that he could study and work at the same time. He could graduate in 5 or 6 years and take it easy, but he said no. Otherwise, he won't be able to graduate. And I was also thinking that's true. Apart from the knowledge, there are friends and university life, which are things that Povin wants to experience because it's a time to have fun with friends and study before entering full-time work. However, because of COVID, many university activities were cancelled, and because of work, it caused him to miss out on many activities. Whether to spend university life with friends or do work, many times you have to choose work and miss the fun. You gain something, you lose something, and you can't turn back time. But if there's a chance to do both, Dad and May are ready to support you to do the work and enjoy the university life with friends. May knows that this time Povin is very tired and stressed sometimes, especially since the VR shooting was going on, summer night was going on, a lot of things were happening. He said he had to carry his computer and headphones to shooting set with him all the time. There were days when he would be completely knocked out. But he got through it. There might be some times when things didn't go as planned and you will feel discouraged or sad. But you made this choice and I'm happy what you're doing now. Thank you for graduating and with additional honors too. Love and hugs are always there for you. And that's it. This was just some of the advice. What is there? See, you obviously, if you know or if you don't know, I'll tell you. BKPP Bilkin is also focusing on his studies. He has already shifted and he's learning abroad. There was one more person, Jimmy C. If you know Jimmy C pair from JMTV only, Jimmy is focusing on his studies. Pond is now focusing on his studies. Let's see what Jimmy has to say about his experience and what he's going to do with work and shifting and studying abroad. So yeah, after that you will also see, you will not see my face anymore. After that you will see some more footage, and then we have some messages from the fans as well. I've taken them for Twitter only and credentials are given. So yeah, let's go ahead.
นี้มันกดดันการที่ซีรีส์คุณประสบความสำเร็จหลายคนก็ถามว่าแล้วกี่โมงคุณจะได้ซีรีส์
ปีหน้า
ไม่มี
บอกว่าผมบอกคุณแล้วว่าผมไปเรียนต่อ
ใช่เขาไปเรียนต่อที่ต่างประเทศครับ
จริงเหรอจริง
ก็เลย
พี่โกหกผมปะเนี่ยโกหกปะเนี่ยเฮ้ยผมบอกส่วนตัว
ใช่
เหรอ
แป๊บนึงนะ
เอาแล้วพาดหัวข่าวจิมมี่ไปเรียนต่อพาดหัวข่าวแล้ว
พูดตรงนี้เลยนะ
ใช่
โอเคก็คือ
พูดได้
เดี๋ยวคุณจะไปเรียนต่อ
ผมไปเรียนต่อครับปีหน้าผมเลย
ที่ไหนอะไรยังไงคะ
ฟังเขาก่อนที่ไหนอะไรยังไง
ทางนี้ยังไม่รู้
อะไรนะครับกำลังเลือกอยู่ครับว่าจะไปอเมริกาหรือว่าสวิสครับจริงพูดจริงป่ะเนี่ยพี่
เลือกสองประเทศนี้เพราะอะไรคะ
อะไรนะครับ
ทำไมเลือกสองประเทศนี้
เพราะมีให้เลือกแค่2ประเทศครับ
หมอเป็นนายด้านไหนหมอเป็นนายแค่ไหนคะ
อะไรนะครับ
เป็นนายแค่ไหน
กำลังตอนนี้กำลังแพลนอยู่ครับ
โอ้ยแม่มันเร็วไปเรียนเร็วมาก
กำลังแพลนอยู่ครับ
ตอนนี้วางแผนไว้ยังไงบ้าง
ตอนนี้เหรอครับตอนนี้ผมว่าก็มันก็มีหลายโปรเจกต์อย่างรายการหรือว่าเป็นเพลงหรืออะไรแบบนี้ผมว่าก็ดูอยู่เรื่อยๆครับก็ดูอยู่เรื่อยๆ
ซีรู้เรื่องรู้ไหมคะ
รู้อยู่แล้วครับรู้อยู่แล้วว่าเขามีเป็นเรียนใช่
ผมก็ยังไม่รู้เลย
มันบอกจริงใช่ไหมคือไปเรียนต่อจริงใช่ไหมครับ
เรียนต่อครับ
ทำไมอะแม่
ไม่ใช่คือเขาจะบอกโอเคคือไปเมื่อไหร่อะคะวางแผนไว้ยังไงบ้าง
เมื่อไหร่ผมยังไม่รู้แต่ว่าเดี๋ยวต้องมีโอกาสได้ไป
เร็วๆนี้
ใช่เร็วนี้ก็ได้
ยังไงเนี่ยหมอ
ผมว่าข้าม
ผมก็รู้ว่าพี่เนี่ยแต่แผนของคู่ของเรามีวางมีพูด
ก็อย่างที่บอกไปก็คือเรามีไปทัวร์แฟนมีที่ลาตินอเมริกาก็คือมีไป LA บราซิลเม็กซิโกครับผมก็อันนั้นก็ยังคง เป็นแบบนั้นอยู่ ปีหน้าก็ยังไม่ทราบเลยใช่
คือตอนนี้แผนปีหน้ายังไม่ได้ถูกวางไว้สำหรับคู่เราว่าจะยังไง
ไม่รู้ครับ
หมายถึงไม่รู้หมายถึงว่าไม่ได้วางแผน
สักพักคุณแม่เขาจะวิ่งเข้ามาหาแล้ว
ก็ไม่รู้จริงๆ
เขาจะช้าแล้ว
ก็ไม่รู้จริง
ไม่แต่
ๆมันบอกไม่ได้ เอาติดตามเอาเราบอกไม่เพราะว่าถ้าผมบอกอะไรไปอ่ะพี่ถาโทรมาเลยนะ
แต่การที่หมอพูดเมื่อกี้เนี่ย
ก็คือบอกนะ
โทรแล้วมา
เอาเป็นว่าผมมีแพลนเรียนต่ออย่างแน่นอนแต่ว่าเมื่อไหร่เนี่ยผมยังไม่บอก แล้วก็เรื่องปีหน้าผมก็แจ้งไม่ได้จริงๆเอางี้ดีกว่าก่อนจะไปนะครับหลายๆคนนะครับกังวลมากเลยกังวลสุดๆไปเลยนะครับว่าจะต้องไปเรียนต่อนะครับแต่ว่าอยากบอกว่าใจเย็นนะครับใจเย็นนะครับแล้วก็ปีหน้ายังไงตอบให้คำเดียวนะครับว่ารอลุ้นนะครับรอลุ้นตอนแรกมันจะบอกว่าโยมมันสุดท้ายอะไรนะรอไม่ได้รอแล้วนั่นแหละก็คือไม่อยากจะเล่นนะครับก็ยังไงก็ลองดูกันนะครับผมต้องภาษาอังกฤษครับโอเคSo for international fans who very concerned about my study plan or something else like that, so whatever you guys have, count down. And the first thing for next year, you guys just wait and see. Yeah. Okay. Maybe yeah. Yeah. Maybe. พี่ถามผมว่า
But at the same time, if you think about it, Gemini was able to achieve all his dreams. Like, just look at this.
เป้าหมายของผมที่สุดในชีวิตเลยแล้วกัน คือการที่ผมดูแลครอบครัวได้ ปีนี้แล้วกันผมแพลนว่าผมอยากที่จะซื้อรถ แล้วก็ถ้ามีกำลังมากพอก็อยากที่จะซื้อบ้านครับ
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna wait.
But if you think about it, we only know a little bit. A part of their lives, we don't know anything. We know they play, we know they enjoy, we know they work. But there is still a lot we don't know. So here is the advice I found on YouTube from an actor who was doing college and applying to jobs as an actress. So let's hear her opinions.
When you miss out on one day of class, my classes are 3 to 4 hours, and when you miss out on one of those classes, you miss a ton of information. The information in that class is what you take to study for the rest of the week or the rest of the month. It was really difficult, like catching up and staying on track. I went into school thinking I could definitely do this because the whole time in high school, in elementary school, in middle school, I was in public school while working. On set, going to auditions, and I was able to have that balance and I knew how to do it. I never homeschooled, and so I thought going into college, I could totally do this. But college and that workload is a completely different beast. So you might be thinking, Michaela, well, you were working, you were in school, everything sounds pretty great. Why, what happened at the end? So this is where mental health comes in. We're gonna fast forward to the end of freshman year. I developed really bad study habits. procrastination specifically. Keep in mind that I was running a whole entire YouTube channel. I was taking 18 units, which is over the recommended workload for a student at USC, doing acting auditions, and I was also going to social media events for, again, my influencing career. I really procrastinated on projects so I could fit everything in. I remember pulling all-nighters and truly like breaking down. During that same month, I was having depressive episodes. I was having panic attacks. I had this audition and I was like, okay, I gotta do this paper, and then, oh, like, I'm gonna go home, I have to do this audition. And so like I raced home, and then I was like, okay, I have to film it tonight, and then I have to go back to school the next morning. And I set up my self-tape, I set up the paper, I set up the lights, I set up my camera, and I was trying to like figure out the lines on the spot, and I just could not breathe. And this was like one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me. I didn't think I would cry at this. I literally had a panic attack. I couldn't breathe. I had like so much caffeine that day just to try and keep going, because I was like doing homework in the morning, and then I was trying to memorize the script at the same day and finish it that night. And I was just putting so much pressure on myself. I'm sorry for crying. My boyfriend and my dad, they told me to lay down, to sit down. Like, they tried to help me breathe because I couldn't breathe. It was so traumatic. I had to put off the audition. I couldn't do it. I went back to school and I still would get anxiety. I would still get many panic attacks, and that lasted, like, it lingered for a month. And I was also like, you know, I gotta film this video for YouTube. Like, I gotta film my move out stuff. I gotta film my last week of school. I was just so in my own world that I literally forgot my little brother's birthday. And I remember like looking at the date and I was like, oh my God, like I never told him happy birthday. I shut my computer. I called my mom and I said, Mom, I am calling my agents. I'm calling my manager. Because that was the straw that broke the camel's back. My own stress, my own world, everything that was going on in my head, it was so consuming, to the point where I forgot about my family.
Okay, reflection time. Because if this is how it's going on, and we don't know what's going on with Gemini, but if this is how it's going on, it should not happen, and he should actually rethink his decision and think about going back to college, going back to the university. And it's completely okay, it's nothing wrong, but you have to decide for yourself. Now here is the advice he got from his fans. He wants to live a normal life, and these are his fans who are living the normal life he thinks he's missing out on. So what are they saying? Let's reflect on it. There is no audio. You can pause anytime you want, you can skip it if you want, but I would tell you to go through it if you are going through a hard time, because this will definitely help you. thank you for listening till now. We are at the very end, and these are just some of my personal thoughts. See, when you are hustling, the most impactful thing that will happen is when you do your best, when you are being your best. In law, also, intent is very highly relied upon. If you are murdering in self defense, you will not be jailed. But if it's a crime that you have done because you hated that person or anything like that, you will be punished. Things can go wrong, but what is your intention, that hugely matters. The second thing is, you've encountered a lot this year, the negativity, hate, health problems, and a lot of things. And I do hope you know that you deserve a break. And if you are listening till now, you also deserve a break. Don't think that it's all gonna work out. Sometimes it doesn't, and that's okay too, I guess. And I hope you know that saying no is essential. Saying no to opportunities, saying no to some brands, and see, boundaries are non-negotiable. If you do not set the right boundaries, it will obviously hinder the process. Okay, if we think from Gemini's perspective, he does not have the right boundaries with fourth. I know they understand each other very well, but I'm just saying. But if they don't communicate and tell each other, okay, this is not what I want to do, this is where I draw the line, the other person respects it, that will be very essential. And for us also, like, I am nobody, but still, as a friend, I think it matters when I tell my friends that, hey, this is not right, I don't want to do this, or even my parents that, hey, this is out of the question. So if we take the example of Bilkin, he went abroad and did a movie, and now he's going for Oscars, but he is also learning. And if we see from another perspective, you have to consider what you've been doing. Like, learning this thing, you have learning these things since you were a kid. You were acting, you were in singing, you were in dancing, you were in a lot of things. You were also in a play, but you didn't want to play it, obviously, because you thought that you wanted to, you would be someone else. But it's okay, like, it's okay to change paths if you want. It's okay to quit if you want, when it's the right time, not like immediately ki nahi ho raha to you can quit. It's not like that. See, fourth has also mentioned how acting is a not long term thing. I could not find the interview, but in some interview he did say that he is still pursuing law, he's still pursuing a degree, because acting is not forever. Acting is a lot based on looks. Acting is a lot of the times based on your reputation. Heck, I don't know how it's possible, but it's also based upon who your partner is. And it's always important to have a backup. I was in college, I was working, but I still had a backup that, okay, my parents are there as my support system, other people are there as my support system, but still, damn, always having a plan B is very important, so that you can take decisions and you can say no when it's right. So thank you. So if you're still here, thank you so much, and I hope this video helped you. And Gemini, I know you may not be watching this, but I hope this helped you too. Bye.